have a look. Let's have a look. Good morning, group leaders. Good morning. I trust everyone is well. Great leaders. It's raining cats and dogs this Friday. So I do hope that I will be able to do this training in full. So it's just gone 20 past 7. So we will end the training around that time, hopefully. Um, yeah, it's raining a lot in Davao. So it's affecting my connection. I do apologize for another unforeseen happening here. Good morning, great news. Good morning. I do apologize for being late. Yeah, but technical glitches. It's pouring here in Davao. It's raining a lot. It started just before 7. So let's have a look. You see now I'm trying to log in. Good morning, great leaders. Good morning. Am I audible? Can you hear me? Yo, yeah, no, network is bad, eh? Ooh, go bad. Let me see. Can you hear me, great leaders? Can you hear me? Even my phone is slow. So now I'm fully dependent on your participation. Can you hear me? Good morning, PS Tanya. Can you hear me? I don't know, my phone. Yeah, no, network is bad, eh? Sure, I don't know. Maybe I need to, let me just try to restart this phone. Can you hear me, great leaders? All right, great leaders, can you hear me? Good morning, good morning. Okay, you can hear me. Okay, thank the Lord. Okay, I think, yeah, you saw what happened there. I do apologize. So, great leaders, good evening and good morning, especially if you're a long reacher. We always say good morning. My name is Pulane, your global product specialist. Today, we are doing training on brain booster. Now, this will be a holistic training. Naturally, I like to do holistic training. Things must make sense, right? So, I hope you have your pens ready because there are some things that I might mention that good morning, Sir Richard. Osmegi, welcome. Leader Casilda, welcome, great leader. There are some things that I might mention off the top of my head like I normally do. So remember, this is training. You need to have your book and your pen, right? No, Bolanda, you're not late. Training is about to start. Welcome. There's network issues on my side. Yeah, Val is raining a lot. It's literally raining cats and dogs. Yes. Let me just think. So let me just also log on to the Facebook, the Longrich Facebook um, page. And then I do kindly ask you to share this link with our respective partners since I'm struggling this side. Eh? Let's please share, but we should be done by 8:30. All right, because training is literally now, 4 minutes that we are live. We should be done before 8:30, preferably, because I want to keep this training short. Though, hey, it's jam packed. Eh? Tonight's training is jam packed. So please, like I said, please have your pens, your journals where you write, as this is training. Now I'm trying to get onto the Longrich TV network. All right. I hope everyone is excited. And please note, I see there's leaders that like Dida Casilda. I haven't seen you in the live training. So what happens is I'm going to train you. If you do have a question, please save it for later. You can write it down, but please save it for later when I give you the floor because I train, and then I give you, and then yeah, I pass over the floor on to you. Now, Okay, now we're looking for the Longrich TV network. All right, please share this training. I think all of us need this kind of training. And some of you are going to be shocked. Are we ready? Are we ready? Training is starting in 10 seconds. Okay, where is, let me just put this down. Okay, so we are privy with the rules of engagement, right? That I train and then just write down your questions and then I give the floor over to you. Okay, all right, we are ready, Osmeji. Thank you so much. All right, so great leaders, today I've actually compiled a training material as well that I'm going to share with you so that I don't lose anyone. I guess doing brain boosters. Why that is because right now, for most of us, including our kids, it's almost exam time, right? Myself included, I'm also in school. I'm writing two very separate things. I'm doing psychology. I'm also doing skills development facilitator. Don't ask me how I do it. Longrich product. Okay, that's how I do it. So now let me just share if this thing allows me. Okay, it allows me. Okay, let's see. So there will be no video. I just need your eyes here, your eyes and your ears, and let's engage. Remember, I said, whatever you're not clear with, please save your questions for later. I do encourage questions. Why can't this thing capture my screen? There's a whole training compiled here. It needs to share the screen. I'm just waiting on. See the other thing. Okay. Okay, I think maybe it's because I did a whole different background. I don't know, because it doesn't want to share my screen. So let's see if I do my original screen background. Let's see if that continues. I'm checking it for the third time. Let's see. Otherwise, I just want it to be fancy today, you know. And it's a woman's prerogative, right, to be fancy. All right. Let's see if I don't, because you do need to see the training. Let's see none. And let's see if this maybe isn't the issue, the whole background issue. Let's see. I'm crossing everything that needs to be crossed. Even the eyes, ne? Come on, be nice. Yo, it doesn't want to share. So it's not the background. Okay, I tried. Oh, my leaders. And I really needed you to see the screen. Okay, there's nothing I can do. Technology says it doesn't want to work with me today, but we will with a punch, I guess. Please note that this training is available after training, so you can either email me or you can inbox me to get the training. And remember, I said this year I'm strict. If you are not in this training, you only have 24 hours to catch up with the training, then I send it to you, right? Because we all do our bit to bring the trainings over to you. I will definitely not share training with a leader that checks this training after 2 weeks. Definitely not. So, great leaders, I'm going to give you the 11-step brain power up guide. Okay, 11-step brain power up guide. So there's 11 steps to this thing. All right. Hey, I hope you've got your calculator somewhere near, né? Especially the leaders who've got like two phones, or if your child is near you, because you're also going to do a calculation. All right. You're also going to do practices, breathing practices, it will make sense when I do the training. So great leaders, good morning, good morning. PS Mazet, PS Filo, welcome. PS Una, welcome. Silvana, welcome leadership. So number one, we're doing 11 steps, right? Number one, you need to take a breather, right? Remember we are doing brain boosting practices here. So every day you take tens of thousands of breaths, and 20% of the oxygen you inhale is by your brain. Oxygen is so critical for brain cells that they can live for just a few minutes without it. It may be hard to accept that you aren't breathing properly, but few people actually do. Ideally, you should breathe deeply from your diaphragm, lower here, not from your chest, right? Children naturally breathe this way until the constant stress of life retrains them to breathe shallowly from the chest. Labona, my stress is not good. Let me read that again. Children naturally breathe this way until the constant stress of life retrains them to breathe slowly from the chest, right? The next time you are feeling tired, foggy, and mentally unfocused, take a 5-minute breathing break to flood your brain with more oxygen. Here's a basic belly or diaphragmatic breathing exercise to give your brain more of the oxygen it needs to thrive. I want to see if I can share the screen again. I need you to see the screen. Welcome, Cozy. Welcome, O3 Filo Fifi. Welcome, leadership. I want to see if I. Yes, that is good though. There, can you see the screen, leaders? Partners, can you see the screen? Oh, hey, God is good, man. Hey, great leaders. Thank you so much. Okay. So I was here. The steps. Now, me and you, we're going to take step one. Thank you, Osmeji. Step one. Now, you can do this either lying down or sitting on your chair. Like so, all of us we are obviously sitting. I guess we are paying attention. I guess. So this is a belly breathing exercise. So you sit comfortably or lie down. You place one hand on your chest and one on your stomach. All right. Slowly exhale through your mouth. All right. Focusing on keeping your chest still while allowing your stomach to sink towards your rib cage. So now we're going to exhale through our mouths, right? So 1, 2, 3. You can feel your diaphragm going low, ne? And then slowly inhale through your nose, concentrating on keeping your chest still while expanding your stomach. So you are inhaling through your nose. You do it like that. All right. So you exhale through your mouth, right? Even with running, that's how we do it. You exhale through your mouth, you inhale with your nose. All right. Now, you will see with this training, after everything that I mentioned, there will always be action steps. All right. So the action step for the breathing part, you practice belly breathing a minimum of 5 minutes per day to reduce stress and bathe your brain in healing oxygen. Oxygen in Muriana. It's medication. That's free. All right. If you're in a hurry, even taking just 10 belly breaths can help you relax and think more clearly. All right. If you're in a hurry, you can do that just 10 times. You'll feel revitalized. Right? Number 2, stay hydrated. Your brain is largely water and it takes only 2% dehydration to negatively affect your memory, attention, and other cognitive skills. So cognitive skills, what? Meaning your reasoning, all right? Your reasoning capability, your problem solving ability. That's part of cognitive. These mental effects can happen surprisingly quickly. You can lose 10% of your body's water after one good exercise workout. So athletes, you also need to pay attention here. The effects of dehydration on the brain are so pronounced that they can mimic the symptoms of dementia. So the next time you feel mentally fuzzy, grab your water bottle. If you're in Longrich, this is our water bottle. Don't play. All right? Grab your water bottle. Your brain may simply be signaling that it is getting dehydrated. The usual rule of thumb is 8 glasses a day. Now, leaders, please get your calculators. Now, but a more precise way of determining how much water you need is to multiply your weight. So if there are leaders in the US, okay, so Richard is here in the UK, you guys normally deal in pounds. So you multiply your weight in pounds by 0.5. Your daily water intake goal is that number in ounces of water. Don't worry, South Africa. I'm going to come to the kgs. Don't stress. So this is your calculation. Your weight multiplied by 0.5 gives you the welcome to the circa gives you the amount of water that you need to take per day. For example, 200 lbs times 0.5 gives you 100 oz. So you need to drink 100 oz per day. Mind you, this is calculated. This is not factoring in physical activities. Remember that, right? Now, if you convert this into kgs, let's say, for example, you weigh 75 kilograms, right? Now you need to convert that to lbs. So 75 times 2.2, that's a conversion from kilos to lbs. 1 kilo equals to 2.2 lbs. So 75 times 2.2 gives you 165 lbs. Now that 165 lbs, you times it by the 0.5 gives you 82.5 oz per day. Now when you convert it to liters, it means you need 2.3 liters of water to drink every day. Obviously, this is before you start exercise. If you exercise, you need to drink more. So your daily intake of water is 2.3 liters per day without factoring in exercising. Okay, my great leaders, this is the simplest way I can actually put it. Now, why must you drink water from the alkaline pie cup? Number one, it's quality water. It's quality water. It's alkaline balance, small molecular activity, antioxidant properties, zinc rich, and ion exchange, and eliminates chlorine and everything that is toxic in your water. Now, when you come to alkaline balance, remember now we're talking about quality water. Né? There's water and then there's quality water. So the alkaline balance, what does it do? It gets rid of that acidic environment in your body. Remember last week for the leaders who were in here when you were busy, when you were trained by P.S. Refile, who's a radiographer and mammographer. She was explaining that cancer and diseases thrive in acidic body. All right. So remember what we eat, pesticides, the food that we eat, vegetables, herbicides, pesticides, they do have acid on them, whether you like it or not. And let's say if you went organic, right? They do have pesticide residue. So you have to take the alkaline water. You have to drink water from the alkaline pie cup. All right, so it gets rid of the acid. Remember, even pollution has free radicals which acidify our body. Right. Number two, small molecular activity. When you talk about small molecular activity, it means that, the molecules of water, normal water, is bigger than when you've shaken it here. All right. So this action of shaking your water, yes, it cleans your water. It also breaks down the water molecule into about the size of our cells. So number one, it means your water goes where it needs to go faster because remember it's smaller. Number two, remember alkaline pie cup is also zinc rich and is also oxygen rich. So it means you get your internal organs get the oxygen, get all the nutrients it needs faster than when you drink tap water or bottled water from the shops. All right, we said antioxidants, right? Which remember I said pollution has got what free radicals, so we need antioxidants to neutralize them. Then we said it's zinc rich. We'll talk later about that. And ion exchange, and ion does what? It protects the human body. It's our security guard. All right, and it eliminates chlorine, not just chlorine, anything that is toxic in the water. The alkaline pickup gets rid of it. Right? Remember our water? I like the last O3 filler also explained that our water is not clean. All right, our water is not clean. Yeah, when you take your pH tester, if remember you can get your pH tester from your stockist. Please buy it from a stockist, Longrich stockist. Don't be like me, like what I did in 2019 when I went and bought a water tester that's meant for pool water. And then I bought two. I was like, oh, it's so cheap. I'll buy two. And then egg on my face. So the pH tester from Longrich specifically is not the same as other pH testers. All right. So when you want to test the water, please get it from your nearest stockist. It's not expensive, guys. It's not even 60 rand, the pH tester. And it lasts you long because you only use 2-3 drops, all right, to test the water. So yeah, great leaders, we do have a business case. Water from the alkaline pickup is really very beneficial for our health. Now, what are health benefits of drinking here? Yeah, it helps to lose weight. Now, I want to be specific to today's mandate, which is brain boosting. Number 10, improves productivity. How does it improve productivity? It's zinc rich. Zinc is very potent for brain power. We need zinc for brain power. All right, moving on. If drinking water does not come naturally to you, like most of us, download an app like Waterlogged or Daily Water. There's so many apps, guys, that you can download to remind you to drink water, right? Then action steps is to determine how much water you need, then start drinking. So how do you know how much water do you need? Here are the steps. Your weight, right? And you do this whole mumbo jumbo. Otherwise, if you're not too mathematically inclined, your urine will always tell you if you're drinking enough water. If it's yellow, foamy, definitely you're not drinking enough water. If your urine is yellow, you're not drinking enough water. It must be the color of water, basically. See through. Then you know that you're drinking enough water for the day. Okay. Now, welcome, Leader Austin. Welcome. Then drink caffeine in moderation. That's number 3. We're talking about brain boosting habits here, right? So few people drink only water. So now is a great time to discuss drinks that contain caffeine, the world's favorite cognitive enhancer. Literally, billions of people around the world, myself included, start their day with caffeine to enhance their mood, energy, focus, and productivity. The source of your caffeine really makes a difference to your brain and in the way you feel. Traditional brews like coffee and tea are loaded with antioxidants, flavonoids, and other beneficial compounds that nourish the brain and increase mental vitality. But caffeinated drinks like soda, so your carbonated drinks, you know them, man. I don't need to name them by name. Your carbonated drinks and energy drinks are loaded with sugar and chemicals instead. And there's nothing natural about the caffeine that they contain. So, great leaders, what am I basically saying here? Okay, for those who are real health nuts like myself, did you know that 1 can of Coca-Cola, you know that 330 ml, has an equivalent of 8 table teaspoons of sugar. So that's how you get a rush and then crash afterwards, after some time. All right. So less carbonated drinks and more of Longrich products. Moving on. Right. Our world-renowned cordyceps militaris coffee. It's decaffeinated. Hello. It boosts your immune system. Remember what we're talking about? Brain boosting stuff, right? It does not prevent sleep at night, so it does not give you insomnia. I'm just concentrating on the stuff that are relevant to today's training, okay? So it boosts your immune system. Ladies and gents, cordyceps coffee also boosts brain power. I remember in 2019, whilst I was still going to training, whilst we still had, the training department with Coach Judy Day and Candyman, they actually said that, you know what, guys, these trainings are so intense that we actually have to drink cordyceps coffee to keep up. For the leaders who actually went to those trainings, you'll understand what I'm saying. Remember those 2 days training that we did every month? They were really, by the time it's Friday, you are done. All right. So this is how they kept their energy. All right. They also drank cordyceps coffee. So cordyceps militaris coffee is very good for the brain. All right. It's got vitamin E and it's jam packed with B vitamins, which are very good for the brain. It will make sense as I go on. Right. If you suspect that caffeine is contributing to your stress or insomnia, you are probably onto something. Rather than giving up caffeine completely, consider switching to green tea. Some of you, maybe you don't like coffee. Green tea is another option. Maybe the healthiest drink of all. Green tea contains a modest amount of caffeine, only 1/4 of that found in coffee. It owes its major health benefits to 2 unique compounds, which are called EGCG and L-theanine. EGCG and L-theanine work synergistically to promote attention, memory, and learning. Both EGCG and L-theanine have the unique capability of altering your brain waves, putting you in a mental state similar to meditation. L-theanine is renowned for its ability to put you in the sweet spot of feeling calm yet mentally clear. And unlike other caffeinated drinks which disrupt sleep, green tea's L-theanine can help you sleep better. Some people, though, especially those prone to anxiety and insomnia, find the downside of caffeine outweighs the benefits, no matter what. If that's the case for you, give decaffeinated green tea a try. You can also give the Longrich cordyceps coffee a good try because it doesn't have caffeine. So, what are the action steps? Drink caffeine in moderation from natural sources like the teas and especially green tea. All right. Otherwise, the Longrich cordyceps coffee is perfect as it's also a decaf bed. Are we together, great leaders? Number 4, add brain food to your shopping list. The human brain is the most marvelous, complicated structure known in the universe. So treat it with respect and empower it with the best possible fuel. Eating processed foods that contain sugar and trans fats can leave you feeling mentally foggy, anxious, and depressed. You see, lifestyle. We go back to lifestyle. But certain foods, particularly high in nutrients needed to create, protect, and repair cells, will help keep your brain humming along all smoothly. Eating these brain foods can keep you mentally sharp, positive, and productive. Other foods supply the building blocks of neurotransmitters, brain chemicals that control how well you learn and remember, how happy and motivated you are, and how well you can relax and enjoy life. So now you go into your shopping mall, your retail, your favorite store. I get a Longrich, unfortunately, does not have everything. So here we are doing holistic. So avocado is a brain food. Me myself, I'm not an avocado fan, but I will eat it for the health benefits. So avocados, berries of all kinds. So think about sea buckthorn berry oil. Think about our shakes whenever they come back to South Africa. But for the leaders all across the world, if you have the Nutri-V pink or blue shake, you are sorted. Coconut oil, dark chocolate, also good for the brain. Eggs that are cage-free. Extra virgin olive oil, fermented food. So look for active cultures, all right? You should read the label. When you are a Longrich distributor, okay, product specialists know this very well. But when you're a Longrich distributor, you need to also know how to read the packaging, all right? What's written on them. Green leafy vegetables, so we go back to the Nutri-V shakes. Salmon, which is wild caught. Sea vegetables, turmeric, the spice or tea. So you can actually add turmeric in your food, all right? When you make whatever you do, turmeric is also very good for allergies as well. If you're allergic, you know that you've got eczema. I've been doing it for the last more than a decade, and I'm also fine. And walnut is one of them, right? Those are the 12 brain healthy foods. So, what are your action steps? Add a few of these foods to your grocery list every time you go shopping. Soon your kitchen will be well stocked with foods that literally help build a better brain. Remember, great leaders, I always say Day in and day out, we are faced with unknown agents, which is the pollution, which is the kind of water that you drink. Please remember, if you do not have the alkaline backup, I have news for you, but I've said this before. Remember, we've got something called the geyser. Now, the geyser needs to be changed every couple of years. Why do you think? Because it rusts inside. So let's say you haven't changed the geyser for the last 15 years. I'm making an example. Please remember, the water here comes from the geyser. You open, you drink all those micro metals that come from the geyser and the bad stuff that is in your water. Okay, so the micro metals from the geyser and the fluoride, the kind of what you call all the chemicals that are used to clean the water. You are drinking all of that, putting it in your body, and you wonder why you are so sick. All right. So if you do not have the alkaline backup, please get yourself the alkaline backup. Do yourself that favor. Micrometals, they can build up in here and cause brain tumor. Moving on. Number 5, take a power nap. Power nap. Oh, I love power nap. Oh, especially the last 6 months. While you're sleeping, your brain is busy repairing itself, creating new brain cells and rearranging and consolidating the memories of the day. But unfortunately, few people get enough sleep. So the next time you feel mentally foggy, distracted, and unproductive, grab a few winks instead of more caffeine. A 20-minute nap will give you maximum revitalization in the minimum amount of time. Nap much longer and you risk waking up groggy, you don't want anything, or disturbing your nighttime sleep. Research shows that taking a quick nap boosts mood, alertness, energy, creativity, and productivity even more than drinking a cup of coffee. Right. And unexpectedly, these positive effects of an afternoon nap will stick with you throughout the day without the caffeine crash or jitters. Remember, caffeine is a stimulus. So it's in your body for a certain amount of time, and once it's out, either you go to the toilet, you sweat, then you crash and you get the jitter. You may think you don't have time to take a nap, but some of the most productive people in history made it a priority. One of them being Thomas Edison, the man who made the globe. Yeah. Albert Einstein. I'm sure we all know Albert Einstein. Leonardo da Vinci, Winston Churchill, former president of America, and a handful of US presidents. Some forward-thinking companies like Google and British Airways encourage their employees to take a nap. Action steps for taking a power nap. The next time you feel in need of a mental recharge, skip the caffeinated drink and just take a nap. 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Power nap. Hence the name power. Number 6, move your body. Let's see the time. Oh, okay, the time is good. You almost certainly know the many benefits of physical exercise for the body, but you may not realize that moving your body is one of the best things you can do for your brain as well. Exercise stimulates the growth of new brain cells and helps virtually all mental health conditions. When we say all, we mean all. All right, you don't have to exercise strenuously, so you don't have to be a Pulane, just exercise normally how you can. You don't have to exercise strenuously to experience significant brain benefits. 10 minutes of walking, more power walking, or gentle exercise like yoga or Tai Chi can enhance your mood, your memory, and concentration. Exercise is also one of the best stress busters around. If you can, get that 10 minutes of exercise outside, so outside of the house. Né? Exercising outdoors compared to indoors is more beneficial for your mental performance, your memory, your mood, your energy, and attention span. Hey, this is very important for people like myself who have ADHD, né? Or well, ADD. We are hyper. So it's so difficult for us to just sit and look at one thing for a long time. And if you can't exercise outdoors, even gazing out a window or looking at a picture of nature or a house plant while you move will do, like the spider plant, Are we learning great leaders? Are you enjoying the lesson? One last simple but powerful tip when it comes to moving your body, right? Too much sitting will make you mentally sluggish, yet most of us spend 12 hours or more per day on our bottom. As former NASA Director of Life Sciences, Dr. Joan Vernikos was in charge of keeping astronauts fit in space. She discovered a ridiculously easy way to counteract the effects of too much sitting. The answer was not more exercise, it was simply standing up frequently throughout the day. Remember last year when I did that lesson, I think it was on atherosclerosis, I'm not sure, but I shared a snippet of a South African doctor who said sitting is the new smoking. So sitting is as dangerous as someone who's smoking. So to counter the effects, exercise more, walk more. Now, what are your action steps? Get 10 minutes of exercise every day, outside if possible. Get out of your chair frequently, ideally 30 times a day. There is a correlation between us and nature. There's a difference between someone who's working out indoors and someone who's working out outdoors. All right. The seventh one, meditate. Hey, this one is difficult, guys. Okay. Especially if you are hyper. The human brain has been called a random thought generator that creates over 70,000 thoughts per day. So you have 70,000 thoughts per day, average. And for most people, around 70% of this mental chatter is negative. What? Negative self-talk. It's not hard to see why learning to quiet your mind with meditation would be useful. According to Cornell University, over 1,000 students uh, have been published proving the health benefits of meditation. Meditation can make you happier, smarter, and more resilient to life's ups and downs. Frequent meditators report improved focus and concentration, greater creativity, reduced stress, and better sleep. Research shows that regular meditation can actually decrease your biological age by 12 years. 12, 10 plus 2. Meditation may be simple, but it can be frustrating. I should know when I started, I wanted to skin, peel my skin off. Fortunately, there are plenty of resources to get you started the right way. We've got YouTube, we've got Play Store, what is it called? iPhone, we've got iPhone, what? iPhone Store, I don't know what it's called. Those are great places to start. There's a lot of apps that can help you to start meditating. All right. Action step, commit to meditating 5 to 10 minutes every day for the next 11 days. You need to write this one down when you start. That, okay, I'm starting today and then I'm doing it for 11 days. Whenever you start, doesn't have to be today, doesn't have to be tomorrow. Research shows that those who meditate daily for 11 days build a meditation habit and 90% are likely to continue. Now, with the psychology class that I'm also doing, you see here where it says frequent meditators report improved focus, concentration, greater creativity, reduced stress, and better sleep. Yes, it also makes you smarter. Your brain matter. We actually measured the brain before meditation and what's it, 60 days, 90 days after meditation. Your brain matter increases. All right. So meditating has a lot of benefits. It also makes you smarter. You become like Einstein, for a lack of a better word. Number 8, take your vitamins. Almost everyone is looking for that magic bullet to lift their mood, boost their memory, or help them excel at school or work. You may be surprised to learn that taking a brain or memory supplement is not the best place to start. There are 2 core supplements that almost everyone can benefit from. Instead, first, take a high quality multivitamin supplement. Yes, we do have it in Longrich. It's not as sexy sounding as taking the latest smart pill, but the research is clear. Taking a multivitamin alone can improve your mood and overall brain function. All vitamins and minerals play a role in brain health. Vitamin C, for example, protects the brain from free radical damage, toxins, and aging, and acts as a natural antidepressant. Ladies and gentlemen, I am talking about sea buckthorn berry oil here. Without adequate amounts of vitamin B6, folic acid and magnesium, you cannot synthesize, you cannot manufacture the happiness neurotransmitter known as serotonin, the feel-good hormone. Right? Yet surprisingly, nutritional deficiencies are not a thing of the past. Deficiencies of vitamin B12, vitamin D, magnesium, and omega-3 fatty acids are common, yet all are essential for brain health and mental wellness. Now, to put things short, the food that we eat today is not nutritious. All right, the food that we eat food, yes, but it's not nutritious. For example, if you get into a retail store, right? You get into a retail store and you find, there by the shelf, you see that kind of like what you call expiry date is, whew, wow. Um, you see, the thing is, they take out the nutrition so that it doesn't spoil quickly. I'm just putting it simple like that. They take out the nutrition out of our food so that it does not spoil quickly. So you are eating, but you're not eating nutritious food. That is why we have to supplement. Moving on. Taking a multivitamin or mineral supplement as nutritional insurance can help you be healthier, happier, and may even help you live longer. Another foundational supplement is an omega-3 supplement. One omega-3 fatty acid in particular, DHA, is a major structural component of the cerebral cortex, the part of your brain responsible for memory, for language, creativity, emotion, and attention. People, welcome Dida Gaudent, welcome Maputi, welcome Gaitida. People low in DHA, the omega-3 fatty acid, have measurably smaller brains. Smaller brains. DHA can be found in fish oil, krill oil, or DHA supplements like sea buckthorn berry oil. Please note, sea buckthorn berry oil, calcium chewable tablets, and cordyceps coffee all have vitamin B12. All right? Excellent for the brain. Now, action steps. Take a high quality multivitamin and omega-3 supplement every day. That would be our berry oil. Number two, don't know how to judge the quality of a supplement? Please note that Longrich products are ISO certified. That means that they are of the highest quality and far better than GMP standards. Why I had to write this down is because there are some companies that say that, yeah, they are GMP approved, but lo and behold, ISO is higher. Why? Because it's more rigorous. All right. Here I'm speaking as an engineer, okay, not as a product specialist. This is my field here. All right. Number 9, check your medicine cabinet. American physicians write over 2 billion drug prescriptions every year. A surprising number of them can affect your mood, your memory, and mental clarity, and even set you up for dementia later in life. Some of the worst culprits are the anti-drugs. So all the drugs that have anti-something, antihistamine, antidepressants, antipsychotics, antibiotics, statin cholesterol-lowering drugs, and sleeping pills. These can set you up for dementia later in life. Right? There's an entire group of drugs called anticholinergics. Yeah, anticholinergics that work by blocking the action of a neurotransmitter most associated with memory and learning. Please note, warfarin is one of these drugs, these anticholinergics. Warfarin is a drug taken normally by heart patients. Right. So if you are on warfarin, just please note that, yeah, these might be the side effects. All right. Action steps. Check your medicine cabinet for any medication that could be affecting your brain. And then if you are unsure, you can run any prescription or over-the-counter remedy through a website called DrugCom, I think the DrugCom side effect checker. And then look for natural alternatives, hello, Longrich, for any over-the-counter remedies you take regularly. Thank you, Onalinda. I was not even aware that you were on that. Ooh, wow. Number 10, we are almost done with it. Hey, I was fast most. I said before 8:30, because we started late. Skyrocket your productivity. Today we are talking brain boosters and habits that you need to foster, right? Pomodoro is the Italian word for tomato. It's also the name of my favorite and deceptively simple concentration and productivity hack. The Pomodoro technique was developed by an Italian graduate student as a study aid. So it was meant to help him. What did he do? So this is how Pomodoro works. You get yourself a basic timer, all right? Pick a task you want to concentrate on. Remove obvious distractions. For example, your phone, you can put it on silent, not vibrate. Vibrate, put it on silent or switch it off altogether. And then set your timer for 25 minutes. Then give your all to the task at hand. You may find this hard at first, but it will get easier with practice. All right. If your mind starts to wander, oh yes, Eish. Yeah, I forgot about the pulmonary story. Thanks, Ona. If your mind, set the timer for 25 minutes, then give your all to the task at hand. And I said you may find it that is hard in the beginning. If your mind starts to wander, which is normal, snap yourself back to the present and remind yourself that you need to maintain this level of concentration for just a few more minutes. When the 25 minutes are done, you take a break. You'll be pleasantly surprised at how much you get done. When you're ready, do another Pomodoro, a 25-minute block of intense concentration. With each Pomodoro, you are doing more than just spending time in a state of highly productive focus. In psychology, we call it flow. You are actually training your brain to block out distractions and increase your ability to concentrate for extended periods of time without a timer. Your action steps, how to do the Pomodoro. Find a timer and do your first Pomodoro. So I found that fitness watches works well. I've got a fitness watch. All right. So fitness watches, we can normally do timer. Perfect. Because if a phone is another, it will always tempt you to check messages and stuff. Or use tomatotimer.com on your mobile device or desktop instead. Now, the last one, fluoride as a neurotoxin, how it harms your brain. Remember, we're talking about brain boosters and what we can do to reinforce our brain capacity, and just win. So, fluoride is a trace mineral that in sufficient quantity is harmful to mental health. Consider these reasons to avoid fluoridated water and toothpaste. So remember, our water from the taps is fluoridated, is chlorinated, for lack of a better word. Yeah, it's got chlorine. So fluoride is a trace mineral that naturally occurs in Earth's crust and in water. About 6% of the world's population, including about 75% of the US, drink artificially fluoridated water. Fluoride added to water and toothpaste is a public health measure thought to prevent dental decay and build healthy teeth. But artificially adding fluoride to drinking water is a controversial practice. Fluoridation and mental health. Now, the US Center for Disease Control, so otherwise known as CDC, calls fluoridation of water one of the 10 great public health achievements of the 20th century. On the other hand, PubChem, a US National Institute of Health chemistry database, considers fluoride toxic and lists numerous mental health effects, including learning disabilities, memory disorders, and sleep disorders. Many countries have actually experienced a substantial decline in cavities without the use of fluoride. But there's little debate about what fluoride, a known neurotoxin, does to your brain. So I don't want to say a lot about this, but I've also included a link of a scientific page. All right, scientific studies show that fluoride is neurotoxic and causes birth defects and osteoporosis. Other dangers of fluoride include damage to the immune All right, your immune system, digestive and respiratory systems. It also affects your kidneys, your liver, and your brain. All right. So action steps. Number one, use the Longrich classic style alkaline pickup. Hello. To eliminate fluoride and other toxins from your tap water or bottled water. Use the Longrich classic style energy pots to cook your food or boil your water. Remember what I said about our food that's grown, it's got pesticides, herbicides, known carcinogens, and yeah, there's just another story when it comes to that. And the third one, switch to the Longrich white tea multi effect toothpaste going forward. These are the things that you need to do if you want to increase your brain power. All right, our toothpaste, our white tea toothpaste, is also endorsed by the FDI World Dental Foundation. So we are not playing small. It does not have fluoride. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. That is all for training. Now the floor is yours. Any questions? The floor is now yours. Any questions? I hope I was not too fast, eh? But I was looking at the time. So it's now 10 past 8. Um, did you learn something? Did you learn a lot? What did you find interesting? And do you have any more questions, great leaders? So the reason why I also included calcium chewable tablets is that because our berry oil cannot necessarily be taken by children under the age of 12, and our kids actually they are writing exams. They're about to write exams. Thank you, PS Tanya. They're about to write exams. All right. So obviously, even now they are 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds. They're writing assessments, right? So instead of giving them the berry oil, you can give them the calcium chewable tablets. Remember, I said it's got B12, it's got zinc, it's got magnesium, all the good stuff for our brain to function. So remember, the calcium chewable tablets can be taken from age 4. So even your child in grade 1, grade 2, grade 3. Hey, you see, now I don't even remember the ages because me, my kids are old. So you can give your child the calcium chewable tablet and they should drink water from the alkaline pickup. Okay, our kids are writing exams now, they're preparing. So you also need to prepare food correctly. They also need to drink the correct kind of water and they need to drink sufficient water and they also need to supplement because remember, pollution depletes our body of much needed nutrients. Lifestyle. All right. So great leaders, I'll give it, let's say what, it's now 2012. So I'll give it till 8:15. Then we can call it a night. Thank you so much everyone for coming through and having patience. Yeah, and then it stopped raining, eh? Like after all that stress, it stopped raining. It's not raining now. Right? Like fire! So great leaders, did you learn something? And did you enjoy the training? There's a lot to our product. I myself, I didn't speak about the brown tea, but in myself, because I train a lot, I use a lot of mental, and then I'm studying as well. The brown tea really increases my mental stamina. All right, so I drink 2 cups of brown tea every day. Besides that, it's helping me, with my weight loss. My cover is now, yeah, it's going down. Besides all of that, but I'm also getting the added benefits of and my mental stamina is amazing. I remember there was a week where we were driving to Mondio and we were training facilitators and assessors. And you know what? The person that I was training with was not coping, but I was a-okay. And I was like, oh, the difference is that I'm drinking brown tea and you're not. So you see, yeah, please drink those teas. Our teas are powerful, are potent. And get that 10 minutes brisk walking exercises outside, even if it's in your garden, it's fine. Okay. Are there any questions, great leaders? You've got 1 minute now. Remember, you can email. Let me just write here. Hey, before I forget, please email please email on for the training material now, if you need it, if you want it. The Health Hub at longrich.ca. Yeah, please email us. Yeah, if you want the training material. Okay. So I see everyone is fine. So please promote. Matriculants are writing. There's Cordyceps coffee. Remember the nice part as well with the berry oil is that because these kids are developing, again they're teenagers. Now I'm talking about teenagers, 15 where because they're also developing and they have like the pimples and stuff, it will also help manage their skin. All right, it will also help to manage the skin, the whole zit problems. But they need the tea, the alkaline pack up, all the products that I mentioned just now. All right. So great leaders, thank you so much. Training is over. We are now 55 minutes, yeah, well under an hour. Thank you so much, everyone. I will meet you next week. Next week we will be talking about sugar diabetes, right? Yeah. Oh no. Oh, sugar diabetes is in November. Okay. No, next week we are talking about stroke. All right. Next week we're talking about stroke. So I'll see if I repeat last year's training or if I do a live training. All right. Thank you so much, great leaders. Do have a perfect evening. We'll meet next week. Your health is your wealth. Adios.